Scott Pet Products is your local expert on developing, producing, and distributing top-quality pet products. We are currently seeking motivated individuals to join our team. Benefits include insurance after 90 days, PTO, 401k, 4-day work week, discounts on products, opportunities for advancement, and so much more. Interested applicants may apply online at scottpet.com or by visiting our Rockville location to fill out a paper application. We look forward to hearing from you.
Get started. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And get the meeting going here. What do you got here, ma'am? Is this your budget?
Yeah, that is the fund report for July and
Okay.
the reconcile.
Okay, and we need
Everything is
initial.
good. You need to sign over here.
Okay. Is that the second, third?
Yeah, the second, 8-2, yeah.
This is our fund report money for the month of July. Okay.
Invoice from utility supply, I'm sure.
Okay. We have an invoice from utility supply that we'll approve on for replacement for water parts for this, that, and different, and insert tubing, and we needed some tracer jackets and tracer wires, and we need a cord stop and some different things. So this is from utility supply, so it's an invoice for that. Everything looks to be all right there in order for that.
2,185, can we look at?
Would I understand it?
No, but you know we have these parts.
You might have the part numbers memorized, but I sure don't even know.
Just the meters.
We were talking briefly there before for a meter pit for a pump for down in there. Do you have anything that you're proposing for that, or?
Not this time, because if I could get one, we went to lay us. We can come off the baseball dugout. There's power at it.
Okay.
And run a buried line.
They've got, and depending upon how much, sometimes there's quite a bit of water in that thing, and it'll stand full, and other times, but if there's an electric line that we've got access to, we could put one in there with a float.
Well, that's what me and James talked about.
Okay.
Because I told him, I said, yeah, I said, need to throw a submerged in there with a mercury, with a
Yep.
ball float. And I said, when it gets so high, it takes off. And
Yeah.
he said, well, the park we use just use no pedestal. I was like, yeah, that'll work too, but
Yeah, and we could,
those submersions, the pedestal pump, since it kicks on and off a couple times, they want to tip over, so you got to secure them down.
yeah, okay. Well, we can look at that, yeah, because there's, and even getting out of there, we'd probably have to go through the concrete, put a hard fitted joint going out, to go out the top.
Things kind of smooth out here in
Okay.
the future.
Yeah.
And then see what the school will do. Because it's an asset to them.
Yes.
Because if we have to get in there for some reason, it's not like going swimming that last time I was in there. That thing broke.
Well, we tried to keep the lid on. So.
Yeah, that lid does a real good job. It filters all the water right in there.
Yeah, it does. It holds it in there.
Well, the thing about this is, see, even when we need to pump out, we know it's going to run a 2-inch trash pump at Ace.
Yeah.
Yes. Here's the, so I just started a couple of flashers. I just took out the submerged pump we got in the tunnel. And there's still 4 ball dump and drop the submerged pump in there and let her go.
Yeah. Or if we need to get something to just click on to a 12-volt system, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little muddy maybe to get back there. I don't know, you know, if that would be a problem or not. But we'll look at that.
We'll
and see.
name it.
Okay, all right. So be a pit then for that one.
I missed it. What are we examining?
Huh? Oh, we'll reapproach something
We'll,
pit at high school, at the middle school.
we can look at it this month. If we see something, go ahead and see what we need to. There's, while we're on the water, I don't know, there was a problem in our telemetry signal back and forth. We had a couple of misreadings on it. I don't know whether it was, I think it was due to maybe a power outage, you know, maybe some glitches that were in the main source coming in. And if it's out so long, well, then it won't reset itself. But I've been monitoring, you know, everything else. So other than that, it's been working well. That's the only problem we've got with that. So we'll also look at that, and then with Graves upgrading that other pump that we've got going to that newer stage system and everything, because that saved us about $600 on electricity, I think it was, the last one when we done that. So they're back to where they're alternating back and forth on. So that'd be something else. If we look at that pump, we'll just look at that one too. We did replace the air conditioning unit down there. It was just that window deal. So every couple of years when it runs out of life, so we'll put another one in. There on South Broadway, we had a new service that's been put in on 649 South Broadway, where Henry Harper lives, a little White House north of him. So there'll be a new customer there for us. That one's already in. And this last flood that we've had, we've got damage in that spillway along the west side of the road down there where it comes under. And we'll try to look and see if there's any funding. We've never been able to, but since that was sort of a flash flood type situation that caused some of the problems, again, we'll look at that and see if we can maybe see if there's any funding.
I missed out on concrete slabs to set down in there. They pulled that the entire sidewalk around the football field, and they almost pulled out. They were 6 foot wide by 6, and they was straight up. The bottom side of it was just as smooth as the top. What they pulled up out of the ground out there. No broken ones, nothing. They just started stacking them on a trailer. It's like, I know someplace those can go.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's his name brings a little blue tractor down and just lower them down, make a little.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Well, even those, the big precast,
Yeah.
you know, with the hooks in the top, the only thing that the water is so fierce when it comes through that I'm afraid to just lift them out. You know, I mean, they float out,
Yeah,
so there's no
on
way.
that wall.
Yep. Okay. So anyway, we had the tree down over the sidewalk, and that's sort of been cut back, and the water's receded, and it is what it is, but we're looking for some resources now, so to see if there's any funding to get us there. If not, we'll have to get some riprap, and I've had Ronnie Black down there with utility management. We just done an evaluation of it, a brief evaluation, so to sort of take at it and look at it and see what we might be able to do. But we're at the point we're gonna have to do something. I mean, it's over to the sidewalk and on the corner on the road, so we'll see what we can do. See what we can do on that one. There at the crossroads in Annapolis to the west of the crossroads there, we'll put in an extension of that main line, probably down about 1,000 feet, so we can go down under that branch, and then we've got to hook Rick Patton up on the north side of that. We've talked about that, but yes,
Trailer back in there.
yeah, right, yes. So Ronnie's been up and they've looked at that, so they'll be starting on that one. And then down by the bridge, the little water hole there that's being plugged up, Frank Norman and Ronnie Black and I were down there the other day looking at that again, and we're going to wait till it dries up. I mean, we'd just be tearing up whatever it is to get in there, but that's still on the agenda for that, so we'll be taking care of that. Down here where Jimmy Hudson was at, we had I can't think, Wilson, is that their name?
Yes.
Down here on Church Street, they had a leak that was in the pit area, and it was one of those old fiber pits. So the pit's been dug out, and we put a new plastic pit in down there and got everything reset, got that one taken care of there. So we've sort of upgraded that one in a sense too.
And the meter's got a lid on it now, doesn't it?
Yes,
Okay.
it had one then.
She told me it didn't.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
The ring, because I took a lid over there, and the ring and the lid's laying there. The reason that it didn't have anything was because they tore the whole pit out of the ground. So,
Okay.
yeah, but we got a new pit in there, and there's a ring, and there's a lid there. So we're good to
Okay.
go.
Good to know.
Yep. And let's see. Did you have anything for us on budget-wise?
Budget-wise, yes. I had my budget phone call last week with DLGF.
Everything?
Yeah, it's good news. Next month is going to be our,
Audit?
no, damn, I can't think of the name. Our pre-budget thing.
Okay, pre-budget
Yeah,
meeting?
we'll
Okay.
approve it in October.
Okay.
Proposed, that's what it is, our budget
Proposed.
proposal meeting. Gosh, I can't think of it.
Proposal?
Yes.
Okay.
So that will be on September 7th. And that meeting will be on a Tuesday, Monty. Because it's the holiday, I think. Maybe. Look at your calendar.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, but I had to change the July one, so.
September 7th, yep.
And then the approval for the budget will be October 4th. But I got pretty much everything we asked for, and we're still good from last year. And if we spend everything we have now and everything that we'll get next year, we should start 2022 with, or 2023 with 8,000.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty good.
The only thing that I know that with local roads and streets, with Academy Street over here by the ballpark, if you'll notice, it's got a separation. And I've talked to a couple of contractors, and none of them are interested. I mean, they got bigger fish to fry, and they got more work than they can handle right now. Some of them have said, well, they tried to stop and look at it. So we'll still try to find somebody maybe between now and fall to see if we can come over there and put a sealer down the middle of that. If nothing else, if they don't seal the street, just fill the crack going down through the middle with some hot tar and get that crack seamed up before winter time comes on.
And it's a public hearing, that's what it is.
Okay. So we got a public hearing on
Yes.
September?
Tuesday, September 7th at 7 o'clock.
Public hearing?
Public hearing.
Okay.
Adoption meeting is October 4th at 7 o'clock.
Okay. So the public hearing for the budget is September the 7th? And
On a
that's Tuesday
Tuesday.
evening at 7?
Yes.
And then the regular meeting at 7:30. Okay.
I don't know why I forgot what that was called.
Do I?
I don't know why I forgot what that was called.
All right. If we look at our operations, we've got, am I correct here, in the water operating, that's our budget number there of 42.
Yes, 42,294.
Okay, and that's our current budget, or that's our
Current balance.
balance, excuse me.
Yeah, and then that capacity charge is 48.
Yeah, okay. And that's a capacity fee that goes in there. Good,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah, this one's got me, I don't know what we've been doing, but we're doing it right.
Okay, yep. The other thing that, looking at with Academy Street too, and again, trying to throw it in there would be to resurface the basketball court over here to get it up to standard a little bit on, at the same time they do that street. And I'm talking about the street a minute ago, but we'll see if we can get something there too. The Crowder property, we've talked about it before, but it has been turned over to the town. I spoke with Jimmy. He's just hasn't got the paperwork to us yet so that we can proceed with that property there. And we'll go over the judge's order with him to see what the extent of that is before we, do anything. But I'm waiting on Jimmy to get us the paperwork on that, so that will be ours as well. We've had some people that have inquired about properties and want to buy this or maybe interested. And probably what we'll have to do is they'll have to be at a public auction. We'd have to offer it to the public, and then go to the highest bidder from there. I don't know that either that or we advertise it for bids or whatever. But again, we'd get with Jimmy. But just to say that we could sell to an individual, we wouldn't be able to. We'd have to offer it up to the highest bidder for whatever.
Like this property around the corner down here.
Yes, yep. And be the same way probably with the one across the street, so, yes. Yep.
We might as well wait till we get, I know the thing, we just submit, instead of public auction, just submit a bid and
Sealed bids?
seal bids and open on date and then pretty much.
Highest
Yeah,
bidder
yeah.
wins.
Yeah, and we can get with Jimmy to go through that process. We'll have to anyway, but yeah,
I think that'd be the better route to go with public auction.
Yep, just so we get some satisfaction and resolution to it anyway.
Everybody's happy that way.
Yes.
Billy outbid me by $2.
Well, good
Now,
for
what about the
Bill.
one across the street?
Well, the other part of that is we're going to have some cost and expense there. If we sell the property the way that it is, why we wouldn't be, getting any further than what we were. We'd probably be better off to bite the bullet, clean it up, and then turn around and try to sell the property.
That's what I was talking about. We get
Put that
the
lien.
property and
Yep.
then do what we need to do to get it feasible.
Yes, yeah, feasible for sale or whatever. Yep, sure would. Okay. Still the same with where we're at, but I'll be talking with those individuals. I've tried to make contact a couple of times and been unsuccessful to get there, so we'll see where we're at and sit down and proceed with that at the same time.
Because that one down there's pretty much put to bed now. We
Keep moving.
Put this over here to bed and then move on to the next one.
Yep, exactly. Be down there across from future X's down there.
That one might possibly already be,
Taken care of?
we'll know soon.
Well, if it's been sold, and probably if they bought it, why, that's good. They can get it cleaned up, straightened up so it's in compliance. All right, I don't know of anything else that town-wise or business-wise other than normal business. It's been pretty slow. Like I say, just closing up on these individual properties that we got and trying to get that abatement done. I ran across some tree guys again the other day that are interested in taking a look at these trees that we got down here. I was talking when the storm come through, of course, there was a lot of them out there, and you just try to get names off the side of the trucks, but a couple of them have indicated they would get back with us, and I'll stay in touch with them and see where we're at. And we'll try to utilize them to get some of those trees trimmed up in a sense that the school buses may be having some issues with or concerns with. So.
Too bad RMC's running around that very big.
Yeah, well, I think...
If I could convince them that if it fell, it was going to take out them lines on the other side of the road, I think we could do something.
Yeah.
Well, there's one
Yeah.
at my house,
Oh,
if it falls, it'll pull the wires out of the house. They're supposed to take it down when they put up the, but they didn't do it.
Yeah, they took it out.
No, they're cutting them back quite a bit.
Yeah,
in
they
a lot
got
of different
way
ways.
back down on that.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
bottoms. Which is like, I don't care, just allow me to go drive back a little trailer to dump them.
Well, they took one down on my street that doesn't even, it's not even in the lines, so I don't know.
Well, mine
It might have been a
neither
danger.
mine, but they cut back, they probably cut 20 feet back off the road.
Really? I should get one. Hey, you guys.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, here's from NDOT, that might, I don't know if that has anything to do with this or not. 41 and 47.
Oh, okay.
You can keep that.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably for locations. 41, 47, NDOT's going to be making some changes there. It looks like an overlay preventive maintenance. We don't have anything in that area, so I'll touch base with them and let them know in a sense that we don't have anything in that area there that we can spring a leak with anyway. And what else have you got?
This is those flags that I talked to you about.
Oh,
for
okay.
The 41 corridor.
Yes.
I talked to her, they're not going to be doing anything till next spring,
Okay.
but you can, it's a design your own flag.
The banners,
Yeah.
Rosedale's fine too, and Marshall fine too.
Yeah, I told her we would do 2.
Everyone's fine too.
Yeah, we're doing 2.
We better get 6.
No, they're $20 a piece. We're not going to get 6, or are they 40? It's in there.
On the poles on the corridor, that school is looking at finding themselves.
Well, they
At
had,
one point,
yeah. Well, originally, in that original proposal that they made for that corridor, that was one of the things that was going to be presented, and I think they got everybody's name up the first time around, and the second time around, I think it all fell by the wayside at that point in time, so I think they're trying to get some reoccurrences.
support again.
So how many was everybody taking? 2?
Yeah, I told her we'd probably take 2.
Yeah, we'll take 2.
So I let her know, and she put her name in, and she'll get back with us.
Proposal for 2 flags for the corridor.
Suppose we get 2 flags for the corridor.
Motion's been made, been approved, all in favor, and there we go. So we'll make that approval. And we got to design our own.
Yes. She said you could have, just say your town name or welcome to Bloomingdale, or if you have like a town mascot or something you want to put on one.
Fair enough. You don't want to say welcome to Bloomingdale.
Well, that's what I thought when she said that. I said, but they're not in Bloomingdale. Because I asked her, what's everybody putting on them? She said, just your town name, you can make a logo or some kind of logo. And you could put, yeah,
Snowflakes on, snowflakes are still up.
yeah. Like the one that says Bloomingdale and one, a bulldog and home of the bulldogs. I don't know.
I think it's just in spirit. You know, I don't know
Wait,
that.
now we gotta discuss what color we want.
Yeah,
Purple with gold
be-
lettering.
Yeah.
Purple and gold.
purple and gold, we have to go back to Bloomingdale school colors if we do that. Yep,
We could have something like the window down on the old office.
yeah, yeah,
That's really nice.
yep. Yeah, it was, yeah.
I wish we could peel it off and bring it.
Well,
up
yeah,
here.
they went out of business before we could get this one done. I guess I was the only guy that could, but I thought it come out real well.
It did. It's beautiful.
All right, anything else?
I got nothing. That's it.
Got a budget set up for the next
Yeah.
time around. It's been quiet. I don't
Except
know,
for the motorcycle down at your house.
my house.
Claude, back and forth all weekend. Must have been tuning that baby up.
Who's that? Oh,
Claude Crowder.
He had a
oh,
motorcycle?
Yeah.
He
With
must
the
be.
gorilla bars on it.
he must be just coming from the corner going that way then. I haven't seen, well, maybe I've seen him, I don't know. There's been one that's went by, but I don't,
Oh, yeah, that's
Claude.
it.
I haven't even seen it.
Didn't it
But then I
seem
don't
that-
go out.
Spitting and sputtering, and they just as wide open as it go. Then you hear him lock it up in the gravel down there to make the corner. And then he comes flying, and you hear him down there rev it up, and it's like he had a screwdriver, and he adjust a little bit, and he run back this way, back. That's maybe 12 trips past
Well,
the
he's
house.
supposed to be great with small motors.
Is he?
Yeah, that's what I hear. I don't know about
Well, I
motorcycles.
have nothing. Oh,
is that Claude? No.
no, I got a question.
Yes,
The ball, talk about the basketball court.
yes.
Now that's kind of resurfacing on that, or,
I think it needs to come up, you know, an inch. It needs, yeah, we need to have a seal coat put on that. Or not a seal coat, but it needs to be
a new layer,
a
new layer.
new layer on top of it.
I keep up to put a nice blacktop pathway with it.
Yeah, well,
Those trees was gone,
yeah, well, and that's what we talked about.
yeah.
You know, coming up there and then making a, see that concrete that used to go off there went to the old school.
Yeah,
That was the sidewalk that went to the old school, or to the old academy, I guess. And it went there, but yeah, that whole corridor thing, we can look at doing that. And seeing the trees probably will be later in the fall.
yeah.
The thing I would like to look at is if we could get somebody over there before it gets cold with the asphalt to, you know, get it stretched out there and get that on so that it'll lay right before cold weather. And get the basketball court resurfaced. I think that's it. I don't know of anything else.
I don't have anything else. Time to go home.
Anything else?
He wants to hear if somebody's gonna make the motion to pull the plug.
Oh,
Well, Mr. Jeffers not here, so I guess I have to do it. Steve Case is not here, so
Yeah.
I make the motion, we adjourn.
All those in favor? All right.
I can't but I.